Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. It is again time for a roadmap update. There's a lot changed. As most of you know, 3.3 is now live and available to everyone on the live server. It is no longer in the PTU. 3.3.5, which contains Hurston and the Lorville landing location, is now transitioned into the PTU and it's in the Evocot's hands. Hopefully it won't take too long. I have seen on Reddit that the performance is really good and they've found very little issues on Hurston. If this is the case, then fingers crossed it'll go to Wave 1, 2, 3 and live pretty shortly. We know things in 3.4 have been pushed back, so let's take a look at the roadmap and see exactly what is going on. So for 3.3 in gameplay, the only change is in the Arena Commander REC rentals, which is now in polishing, and for core tech, the object container streaming, background spawning and code conversion, and the VoIP integration, they're all in polishing as well. 3.3.5, which as I say is now in Evocot's hands on the PTU. For locations, the Hurston planet is at 85 out of 89 tasks, and the Lorville landing location is at 211 out of 238. Both are very close to completion, and I'm sure that during their time in the PTU, they will be completed before they go to live. Whether they're done before Wave 1, 2 and 3 and so forth, I don't know. So for core tech, they've got object container streaming code conversion. That seems to continue on. That's scheduled, as well as background spawning. There's 0 out of 3 tasks for that one, so it sounds like they've just taken a few of the OCS stuff and transitioned it into 3.3.5 as well. Likely just further improvements to what we already have in 3.3. General performance optimization is 4 out of 15, so again a few more optimizations coming in for 3.3.5, which is good news really. Now for 3.4, due to the time it's taken to get 3.3 and 3.3.5 out, some features slated for 3.4 have been pushed back to 3.5, as Chris Roberts said so on Around the Verse. What has been pushed to 3.5 is Art Core and its moons, the 300 series update, the female avatars, and the new flight model. What we are getting is the mission giver Wallace Klim, who is at 4 out of 14 tasks, the Lorville Business District, which is just extra space in Lorville where the Hurston Dynamics building is, that is at 7 out of 46 tasks. For gameplay, the ship item rentals, this is only in Arena Commander with REC, doesn't mean the PU unfortunately, that's scheduled. Improvements to the patrol missions, that is at 8 out of 10, so that's almost complete. VoIP and FOIP improvements is at 14 out of 36, and it's very important to get VoIP working correctly. I do feel like 3.3 has been quite a difficult time for them getting VoIP working, and it does say for the live build as well that switching VoIP on could cause some issues, so they're obviously having trouble there. For player interaction improvements, so improving and streamlining the interaction system between lots and lots of objects in the game world, that is at 2 out of 17. The scramble race improvements is at 4 out of 9. The retrieval and delivery mission improvements is at 11 out of 15, and quantum travel improvements is at 1 out of 17. Now I think a lot of them, weren't they destined for 3.3, or have they always been 3.4? I can't remember. So for ships, the Anvil Hawk is at 38 out of 65, and the Freelancer Max is at 33 out of 44, the Freelancer Der is at 36 out of 44, and the Freelancer Miss is at 34 out of 43. So at least we are still getting the Freelancers in instead of, you know, well, obviously 300 series is being pushed back, but the Freelancers are another old ship that needed the revision, so I'm glad they're coming in. For weapons, the Castak Arms Ravager 212 shotgun is at 4 out of 29, and the Joker Sucker Punch is at 2 out of 23. Now for core tech, they've got video comm improvements, so being able to chat with your friends via the Mobiglass, that's getting some improvements. That's scheduled at the moment, nothing has been properly started by the sounds of things. Procedural city rendering performance, so places like Hurston, for example, or Lorville should I say, rendering more efficiently in engine regardless of the distance from the camera, that is also scheduled. 3.5, so this is where we see what's been pushed back. The characters, so DNA face customization, that is at 0 out of 1, and the female avatars are scheduled, but they have said they've made a lot of work. Obviously it touches a lot of areas in the game itself, like clothing, animations, pretty much most of the areas of Star Citizen female avatars affect, so it is scheduled, but it has been worked on quite a lot. For locations, the Arccore planet is also scheduled. That was scheduled in 3.4. But Lyria, the moon of Arccore, is at 3 out of 8. And Walla moon, it says scheduled. I'm pretty sure that last week, Walla, the moon of Arccore, was in polishing. So I'm not sure if they've just accidentally put scheduled or what. But the Area 18 landing location is also scheduled. This is all coming now with 3.5, which is first quarter 2019. So for gameplay, the Reputation and Law System version 1 and Salvaging version 1 are both scheduled, and the Service Beacon for Escorting is at 0 out of 1. In ships, the 300 series, so the 300i is at 38 out of 80, with the 315p, the 325A and the 350R all at 1 out of 10. So there's a lot of work left for the 300 series, hence why it's been pushed back. The Banu Defender is at 11 out of 58, and the Reliant Sen is at 16 out of 34. For weapons, the Gemini S71 is at 4 out of 30, the Galanson GT870 Tarantula Revision is at 2 out of 23, and the Castak Arms Coda, which is your heavy 50 caliber pistol, is at 1 out of 26. For core tech in 3.5, the new flight model has finally been put on the roadmap. This is actually at 113 out of 141 tasks, so it's not that far away. It feels it's further away with it being next year, but this is all the new improvements to how ships feel and fly and perform. Pretty much what we saw at CitizenCon. Very, very happy this is now on the roadmap, but again, it's a shame it's not in 3.4. I was very much looking forward to that. So also in core tech, the lobby refactor is at 1 out of 7, and the glass cloud tech, which we saw in ATV, is at 39 out of 58. Now the only change for 3.6 is the Origin 890 jump, which is at 7 out of 120 tasks, so there's a long way yet for that one. Anyway, that is the end of the roadmap update. Obviously, it is a shame that features were pushed back from 3.4 to 3.5, but that is how it goes with it being date-driven. If it was feature-driven like it used to be, we wouldn't be getting 3.4 until all those features were ready, so I am very much fine with waiting for it. Much happier getting these quarterly releases than waiting months and even years to get any features at all. Object container streaming was such a great and huge update, which is required for the game to even be possible, so I am very happy with 3.3 going live and 3.3.5 in Evacotti's hands. Cannot wait for it to come to the rest of us peasants instead of just the Evacottis. But also the flight model, now it's on the roadmap. Very happy and very looking forward to seeing that next year. Never mind. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothersryan. Big shout out to all my patrons. If you want to support me even further, then do follow the link to my Patreon page below. It is very much appreciated, and I shall see you next time.